This meeting is being broadcast on Facebook Live.
And welcome to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, everyone who is watching us on Facebook. First of all, good afternoon. I love saying that. Anyway, we are so happy that you guys are tuning in to this live show this afternoon. We are so very thankful that everyone is also tuning in on our live show on YouTube. So I just want to say this, reminding everyone that you can head on over to The Real Level Up. That's The Real Level Up on YouTube as well. Now, why are we trying to get everybody over to YouTube? Because hopefully in the new year, we will be going exclusively on YouTube. And I don't want any of you guys to miss another live show. So, look, we have a very, very, very special guest on the show today. Let me tell y'all something about this one right here. Not only is she on the show now, but anytime I call, Kelli, can you be on the show? Kelly's like, yeah. So we are excited. Oh my gosh, stop it, Kelli, stop it. Me and Mr. Scribe are so happy that she is on the show today. Because first of all, we care about you guys. So the way that we are caring about you today, we've asked Kelli to be on the show because this is all about making an effort to eat healthy during this holiday season. So, Mr. Scribe, tell what you plan on doing Thanksgiving. Are you?
And that's the thing. Kelli loves to demonstrate, and she'll be demonstrating, which makes us drool because we're virtual. We're not in the studio. It's not like she can just reach over and hand us some of those samples so we can actually taste it. So she's gonna be teasing all of y'all today. So y'all gonna be looking at her making these delicious dishes, and we can't taste none of it.
Look, I haven't been to her house yet. I said yet, but I can find where she lives. And all that she is demonstrating today, y'all best believe that if I had a way to get to her house today, I would have been there. Let us introduce and reintroduce to most of you guys, Kelli Bryant is in the studio. Welcome back, Kelli! What's up, girl?
Thank you so much for having me back.
Look, girl, look. I was trying to save you for another show, but you know, we here at Level Up, we try our best to listen to the Holy Spirit. I kept having these conversations with Kelli, you guys. I talked to Kelli throughout the year. It's not like I just talked to Kelli on the show and that's it. No, this is one of the few people that I talk to on a regular basis. And you guys are going to find out why. Most of you guys know who she is, but there are some of you who are new to the show and have no idea. That's why we have her back. She is just that dope. So, we're going to have Kelli share well, first of all, we're going to ask her to talk about her story again, for those of you who have not heard her story. And then we're going to show you how her passion turned into purpose. Because that's what we're all about. You guys Real talk takes you higher. Kelli has got an amazing story you don't want to miss. I want you guys to do this though. Don't keep this to yourself. If you're on Facebook or on YouTube, please hit that share button. Because I'm telling you, you're going to want your family and friends to hear her story and to give you a reason why she's doing what she's doing right now. It's amazing, you guys. So, Mr. Scribe, I know that you're about ready for us to set the tone of this show. What you got for us?
Yes, I'm always prepared and ready because I don't want any demerits, especially not before the holiday season. I'm going to read from 3 John, first chapter and the second verse, and it reads, Beloved, I pray that all may go well with you and that you may be in good health as it goes well with your soul. So you eat healthy, you feel healthy, and you can serve and be blessed. When you don't eat well and you're not feeling well, it saps your energy, your fatigue, and that's why we got Kelly on today with these delicious dishes. And brownies are sitting right there in front of me, and I can just reach for the screen, but I can't get one.
Y'all, let me tell you why Mr. Scribe is he's so sad today. he really wanted our next Kelly show to be,
To be
right.
live, to be live, to
We're gonna
see
okay,
Kelly
Mr. Scribe.
live.
We're gonna
That's
work
what
something
that's what
out
I
for you,
was
Mr. Scribe.
hoping.
Look, we're gonna work something out for you, Mr. Scribe. You whining so much over there, Kelly. Okay, you know what it.
That's not whining. That's understanding and being perceptive of good food. That's what that is. That ain't whining. Ain't whining.
See what happens, Level Up Nation. Kelly came on the show and spoiled him so much. He's whining. Okay, so this is all about wine. But anyway, we're definitely going to have Kelly back on the show. She is a regular, and you guys are going to find out very, very soon why she is a regular here on Level Up. So, Kelly, I just want you to just, reintroduce yourself, introduce yourself to our new audience. Give them just a little bit, give them a little teaser. We got to take our break, and when we come back, we're going to get right into our conversation with you. Give me just a little bit.
Angee, I just wanted to say one thing before Kelly introduces herself. Ladies and gentlemen that are looking in on us today on YouTube and Facebook Live, don't mind. She's a Falcon fan, and I give her props that she's repping her team. They getting beat down right now, so ignore
That's
the
okay.
shirt and just focus in on the food that she's preparing because it's delicious.
Hold on. Didn't we beat the Giants?
You know, I think I'm gonna turn my camera off right now. Hold on. Yeah, Kelly. That was a good one. You got me.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Kelli Bryant. Let me just give you a little history about why I have written books, Numbers and Numbers Volume 2. Back in December of 2015, I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. Before that diagnosis, I was actually on my way to Missouri for the first time driving to see relatives that my children and I had previously met a year before. Approximately 2 weeks before that trip, I started experiencing a thirst, and I could not quench that thirst. And so basically, I was drinking a whole lot of liquids. It didn't matter if it was water, soda, juice. I drank a lot, and I urinated a lot more. And that thirst was never quenched, and it actually scared me. So I set up an appointment to go see my doctor. My appointment was actually the week that I left to go to Missouri on my trip. During my trip to Missouri was excruciating because I always was thirsty and I always had to stop, to use the restroom. And so by the time we got to Missouri, the symptoms were still there. But on the way back, I started experiencing other symptoms. I started really experiencing forgetfulness. We actually left during the daytime, but as the night fell, the street signs started to look jumbled. So my vision problem started. When I got back to Georgia, I want to say it was that Thursday when I got back, which was December the 3rd. The doctor's office called me, and my A1C was 16.6. Let me explain to you why that is important. A normal A1C for a non-diabetic is between 4 and 5.6. So that means that I was 3-4 times over what I should have been. And let's go back to the symptoms that I was experiencing, the symptom of forgetfulness. That was actually an early sign of a stroke. So by that time, my vision was very, very blurred. I'm an IT professional. I have to see to do my job. And I made a decision to change my diet so that I can see again. One of the things that I researched during that time was, well, what could I eat? What could I eat at that point? I was afraid to eat anything because if you look at labels, everything has carbs in it. What I did not realize is that anything that contains high carbohydrates, as soon as you eat it, it turns into sugar in your body. And that sugar attaches to your red blood cells, and that begins the story of your pancreas working overtime to break down those sugars that are in your body. So,
hey, Kelli, I'm gonna stop you there because we got to take a break.
Okay.
But anyway, listen, you guys, you are hearing a story that you don't want to miss, because every last one of us are being. We have someone that we know, or even ourselves, that is dealing with diabetes. So what I want you guys to do, please hit that share button so that your family and friends can be involved in this conversation and that they can learn something, because it could be the information that they need to save their life. Listen, the holiday season is coming up, you guys, and that's the reason why we have Kelli on right now. So we come back. We're going to have more conversation with Kelli Bryant, the author of Numbers and Numbers Volume 2. You don't want to miss it. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the Bee. We'll be right back.
You and I have to let the man know is we are peaceful people. We are loving people. We love everybody who loves us. But we don't love anybody who doesn't love us. We're nonviolent with people who are nonviolent with us. But we are not nonviolent with anyone who is violent with us.
History, life in quarantine, nowhere to hide, it's worldwide. We can agree to disagree, but it don't matter now. This is life. We can chill face to face and debate what is fact and what has been a lie. We can pull every card and go hard with the truth, yet be brutalized. When it's all said and done, what we have and what we want won't bring back alive. All we really need to do is hang on and speak life.
To bring about the complete independence of people of African descent here in the Western Hemisphere, and first here in the United States, and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary.
In every way, let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak, don't believe, no, this is your defeat. Don't incriminate your mind. Oh, be free. Let us join hand in hand as we stand and demand our equality. Yeah. Let them know how you feel, 'cause you wanna walk across
suffer peacefully. Pray for those who use you despitefully. Be long-suffering. And how long can you suffer after suffering for 400 years?
Hey, this is Nolan Holloway, aka Mr. Scribe. Just letting you know that I have 3 books of poetry that's available on Amazon.com. So when you get a chance, go to Amazon.com, look up Nolan P. Holloway Jr., not Mr. Scribe, and pick up one of my books for your enjoyment. Peace.
I'm Dr. Latrice Wiltshire, and welcome to Ask the Good Doctor, and we are live here at the Essex Culinary Resort and Spa.
We're here at the Wellness Warriors Weekend, and there are wonderful local companies here representing wellness-based.
Just finished water aerobics. I enjoyed myself able to do movements that I could never do on dry land. I feel like I'm 20 again.
We got to relax and really breathe and really connect with our bodies, and I loved it. Everything that this book is, it's your story. It's your story, it's your story, it's everybody's story. You must stand where there is darkness, and you must find light. It was Grandma who instilled in her that she must hold her head up straight.
If you've got to be 25, 30 years old, and not talk with a therapist, put the book down and go get a therapist.
Finding vision, compassion, authenticity, abundance, and legacy.
As the theme goes so far this evening, you gotta get that stuff out.
I consistently pause before I speak. I'm Dr. Wilma Hunt Watts, a podiatric physician and surgeon, also known as a podiatrist.
We're here doing a pain management clinic.
All of these skincare collections are designed to be mixed and matched, depending on what your skincare needs are.
Time, energy, and I'm looking forward to doing it again.
And today we are doing Kitchen Warriors. At Kitchen Warriors, I actually prepare a meal, teach everyone how to make it, and then we sit down and eat it together. This is from outside. This is the whole farm to table concept here at the Essex.
The fruits of the spirit have been reignited inside of me. So I'm walking out of here with my joy, with my peace, and my love. So I am a better mother, a better wife when I go back home.
Vibe with Mr. Scribe and Angee from the B, from the Real Level Up, Sundays 3 to 5 on YouTube.
Hi, this is Amos Johnson, pastor of Church for Entrepreneurs. Let's level up. Check them out.
You are listening to Level Up with Sisters of the Skies Incorporated.
Hey, this is Richard Shaw Jr. Make sure you're believing again. Also, level up.
Hey, this is Gina A. Townsend. I'm joining the Real Level Up with your host, Angee from the B and Mr. Scribe. Real talk that takes you higher every Sunday, live on Facebook and YouTube.
And welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, everyone who is watching us on Facebook, you guys can head on over to The Real Level Up. That's The Real Level Up on YouTube. There, we want you guys to hit that subscribe button. And we are also watching your questions and comments that may come across our YouTube screen. All right, we're going to get right back into our conversation with Kelli Bryant. She is an author, and I'm saying, if she hasn't said it yet, advocate for the diabetic folks that are watching here and on replay. Let me tell you something. She has this cookbook that is, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought because her stuff is so good. Listen, I'm telling you guys, I know there are some people that will think, there's no way that a cookbook for diabetics has delicious, meals that you can prepare for diabetics. Angee, it probably tastes bland. It's not good. I'm not trying. Let me tell you something. How I met this woman right here. Her best friend, I used to work with her. She came to my office one day and said, and she did it so very well. She said, "Hey, I want you guys to try these brownies and tell me what you think." Now, she's probably watching the show right now, but Miss Bryant, not Kelly, I want you to know that you did it very well walking into it and allowing me to taste these brownies. Guys, the brownies melted in my mouth, and I'm not a brownie person. I even told her, Kelly, I said, "Look, I'm not a brownie person, but because you came to the office and told me to try this, I'll try it." Not, I'll say it again, a brownie person. Most people know that I'm not a chocolate person. Yes, I'm one female. I can take her a little chocolate. But these brownies, if you missed me and Mr. Scribe salivating on of the show, these brownies that she's about, there they are, you guys. These brownies can be eaten by anyone who is type 1 or type 2 diabetic. And good for you. Kelly is going to explain to you what she is doing and why. She was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I'm going to tell a little bit about her story, but she's going to get into it. And she made a point to be sure that she is going to enjoy her meals for the rest of her life. That's all I got to say about it. Kelly, me and Mr. Scribe are over here just like, we want to be sitting in your kitchen right now. Quiet, Mr. Scribe. He's so mad. Go ahead, Mr. Scribe. What you got to say? Be nice.
I can't say anything because I've already sampled Kelly's sample dishes. Now, I didn't get a full meal now, y'all, because when she came to the studio, she just bought a little piece of brownie, a little pizza, and this and that. So I want, as my father used to say, I want everything that's coming to me. So the next time I see Kelli Bryant, I want it all. I want the brownies. I want the pizza. I want whatever salad she got to make up. I want everything that's coming to me the next time I see Miss Bryant.
Well, listen, she had already began to talk about her story. If you guys missed it, I'm going to ask Kelly to kind of recap a little bit in case you were just now joining us. But Kelly, first of all, your story is just, wow, girl. Just the fact that, because most of us in our communities, we don't even want to go to the doctor to find out, because most of us already know like something is wrong, but I'm not trying to go to the doctor to see what it is. Okay, I'm one of them. That's how I know. I'm not trying to go to the doctor to see what it is. But Kelly, thank you for doing that, because it gave you your first footsteps in what you're doing right now and the passion that you have behind it. And, I just got to thank you once again for just, putting your all into it, just to do the research to find what we can do as, not just as us as a people, but as a people as a whole, because diabetes is is major in our society right now.
Yeah, it's major across the board, not just one race or nationality. It's across the board. One of the things that I will say, the first thing that I did when I got the phone call from the doctor's office that Thursday was I called my sister, who is a nurse, and I said, I was like, Paula, she said that my hemoglobin was 16.6. And she was like, well, if it's what I think she's talking about your A1C. And she said, Kelly, that's only supposed to be a 5. And I was like, well, my doctor's appointment is for Monday. And she was like, well, Kelly, no, your appointment needed to be yesterday. And she was angry at me. And I'm like, I just met her. Why is she mad? So I called the doctor's office back, got them back on the phone, and they scheduled an appointment for the next day, which was that Friday. Again, what she did not want to tell me is that I could have had a stroke that weekend before that doctor's appointment happened. And, again, she didn't even know that I had all of the forgetfulness and all of that while I was there in Missouri and on the way back, and that I couldn't see. I kind of like hid that from everybody, especially the fact that I could not see. One of the things that I do in both books, I talk about my symptoms and what those symptoms are. So in each book, I give a storyline, and I give you some good information about type 2 diabetes. One of the things that I did want to talk about was the reason why I could not see. So my blood sugar was so high that what was happening was I had fluid leaking into the lens of my eye. And so when you get that, it almost feels like you have something in your eye, you're trying to blink and focus, and you might be able to focus a second, you blink again and you can't focus. I mean, I could not see the writing on this pack of noodles here. I couldn't see the numbers on my credit card. The lights at night, the back lights on cars look like triangles. So my vision was pretty bad. And so, again, I made the decision, what do I eat? So for the first 2 months for breakfast, I ate cucumber and tomato salad for breakfast and for lunch. And for dinner, I did broccoli and a meat. I had to eat something because I was taking the medication. Tell you something else about the tomatoes. My sister was like, well, Kelly, tomatoes have carbs. I was like, no, because that was my go-to. I will say that when I went to the doctor, let's talk about my weight. I was 236 pounds. However, I had already began to lose weight. Why? Because I was drinking so much, because I was thirsty. I wasn't hungry, I was thirsty. So I don't even know how much I even weighed at that point. But at the point that I went to the doctor, I was 236 pounds. Because my blood sugar was so high, my appointments were like every 3 weeks. So when I went back after the first 3 weeks, I had already lost almost 10 pounds. And with each appointment thereafter, my weight went down, and so did my A1, well, not A1C, because they give you your A1C test every 3 months, but my blood sugar count. So when they pricked my finger, my blood sugar was not as high as the last appointment. The next time they did my A1C, it had gone down to maybe 15 and some change. But the importance for that was that diet and exercise. I cut out all of the things that was actually making me sick. And unfortunately, the things that I did were things that everybody eats on a daily. I'm talking white bread, rice, white potatoes, and pasta. I cut those out altogether because I couldn't see. By, I want to say, so we're talking, December 5th? I want to say 3 weeks after that was when I started to begin to see. And that was a relief because, I don't know about anybody else, but the fact that I couldn't see, that was very, very scary. It was very, very scary period that I was going through this. And the fact of the matter is type 2 diabetes is totally preventable. Type 1 diabetes and type 2, those are two separate diseases. Type 1 diabetes is where your body actually destroys the beta cells. The beta cells are the cells that make your pancreas create insulin. So there's a defect in your body with type 1. Your pancreas does not create insulin at all, and it will never create insulin. So that's what type 1 diabetes is. Type 2, totally preventable. Diet, exercise, yes. So, and that was hard because I remember when we were on the Level Up show the first time, I explained to you how I love French fries and I love tartar sauce with my French fries, and it is a Washington State thing. Do not look at me crazy. Don't look at me crazy, but it's a Washington State thing, and
I'm trying to look at you crazy.
It's like
Angee with them French fries. Angee with those French fries.
Okay,
I think
look.
Kelly, if I remember correctly, you said she could have two. If at all, if she wanted to have one. Kelly, I wanted to ask you, because you have type 2 diabetes, and we're going to be talking about some of your recipes that you're going to be doing later in the show. Does a type 1 diabetic have to kind of go along the same path, or is it a little bit different from a type 1 as opposed to a type 2?
So the fact, carb count is still important for a type 1. But with a type 1, they're always going to have to take insulin.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's for the rest of their lives.
Yes. But what I will say is exercise is very, very important for both groups too. Because when you exercise, your muscles contract and they absorb the extra glucose, and it allows that glucose to burn off. So still, exercise is very important. You don't have to do anything rigorous. Just going out for a brisk walk, every day for 45 minutes. Yeah, it's just those little things. But the importance of what I have gathered is because when you go to the doctor and they say, oh, you got diabetes, and they give you a list of things that you can eat, but they don't tell you how you can eat those things.
Oh, wow.
Well,
hold that thought, Kelly, because we got to take another break. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, I know that there are a few of you guys that have just been waiting for Kelly to come back. Type in your questions and comments like right now, and we'll get to those questions and comments, especially on our break, because when she comes back, you guys, you don't want to miss any of, what she has gone through and even the research. Oh my gosh. And then the whole reason why she is here, you guys, she is going to show you a couple of recipes, maybe one recipe, because we're now 3 to 5 now here at Level Up. One recipe that she's going to share with you so that you can do a little bit better for these holidays and Thanksgiving. I know I need it myself. Anyway, well, listen, guys, we're going to take our break, and when we come back, we will continue with our conversation with Kelli Bryant. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
Yeah, Mike Jeezy. This one's for you, Father. For sure. Cause despite the women, money, cars, and clothes, yeah, at the end of the day, tell them I choose you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I put that on my mama, homes. Yeah, that's right. Say, I choose you. Come on. Say, I choose you. Go ahead and give us on right quick. Yeah, let's get it. Mike Jeezy on the scenery, beating my speakers, they yelling now, why you mistreating me? I'm never leaving these, I'm never leaving G.O.D. Got a problem with it, throw them deuces, peace. Cause I ain't gotta know you, I know the Holy Spirit. If you ain't got it, then get like shouty and get it. Some people will try to tell you prosperity is a joke. That's cause they reaping the very same drama that they sold. Take a second to read your Bible, shout it, then you know. Shout out to Obama, but this year Jesus got my vote. He wins it every time, there ain't no need to lie. Drunk off the spirit, communion, sipping that holy wine. Saved me too many times, why would I turn around? I wanna see all you have to offer, father to child. Yeah, I lost 2 daddies in my lifetime, but the third time's a charm, and I know you'll do me right. That's why I choose you. Yeah, come on. That's why I choose you. Now say you chose me, so I choose you. Yeah, 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 come on. I feel like I'm at the top of my game, on a mountain that I can move at the sound of his name. A mustard seed of faith is all it takes to break down barriers. Spiritual post office, holy mail carrier. Nothing's more scarier thinking I can't have you. That's why I got to grab you. My life to use a passion, pedal to the metal for the Lord like I was dragging. His love for me is always free for that, never taxing. Bagging as much as the spirit is I can handle. And now I can say you are the flame to my candle. I wanna be the most God-fearing two-legged mammal. The way of the world has 1,000,001 scandals, but the call of righteousness opens to one channel. The way is very narrow, that's why many don't travel. So with my talents, I'ma do what it do. And every time I spit a verse, God, I give it to you. I choose you. Yeah, that's right. Say, I choose you. One more time, homie. Everybody say, you chose me, so I choose you. Yeah, you chose me.
Yeah. You already know. Yeah. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. They thought that I would fail, but my future's still looking well. You can still look and see no weapon form will prevail. I'ma still see heaven even though I went through hell. Elementary show and tell, look at what God did. Was a struggle, now I'm taking off like a rocket. Ain't gonna stop it, I know I'm blessed. And they think I'm by myself, but you know the rest. You know the rest, you don't know the stress. Don't know the stress that I've been through. Everything I've been through, cut like a Ginsu. Heartbreak, disappointment, backstabbing friends too. No money, rent's due, sleeping out the car. Embarrassed as a man, still reaching for the stars. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. They thought that I would fail, but my future's still looking well. You can still look and see no weapon form will prevail. I'ma still see heaven even though I went through hell. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. The sky was the limit, but I'm reaching for the stars. I don't smoke, don't drink, you won't catch me by the bar, baby. Why you had to go and break my heart, baby? Wounds hurt, peeling back a scar, baby. Maybe I'll understand later. I understand greater days are coming ahead, but I know that I gotta press through to the end, and I know he's the only one that you can depend on. You can depend on, you can depend on. I'ma make a touchdown, I'm in the end zone, I'm in the win zone. Lose is not an option, thought that I would quit, but he pulled me through the process. I never thought I would've made it, I thought my future faded. He pulled me out the worst just to show me who the greatest. I know the pain hurts, lost what I gained first. Solace that I'm breaking free, watch out of chain burst. Yeah, I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. Still looking well. They thought that I would fail, but my future's still looking well. You can still look and see no weapon form will prevail. I'ma still see heaven even though I went through hell. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. Still looking well, still looking well. Still looking well, 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 still looking well. You can still look and tell, no weapon will prevail. Still looking well, even through the pain, rain, hurt, sorrow. Took a look at tomorrow and I see it still looking well. I will never quit, I will never quit, no. Enter to the end, enter to the end though. Everything trying to stop, everything trying to block. I gotta knock down the walls like I'm digging for water. It's still looking well. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. Still looking well. They thought that I would fail, but my future's still looking well. You can still look and see no weapon form will prevail. I'ma still see it, even though I went through hell. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. Still looking well, looking well. Still looking well. Still looking well. Still looking well. Still looking
well. You know, babies and beards is a calling. You don't see too many images of black fatherhood portrayed in the media, but I know for a fact on the ground level, it's a lot of brothers who beat all odds and get the job done daily. The job is passing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to the next generation, despite the role you may play in the lives of the youth. I hear a lot of brothers say, well, what if I don't have a beard? It works on skin too, and the strength of a beard is manhood. What if I don't have a baby? Part of our purpose on earth is to keep the kids safe. No matter the relationship, at least that's what I thought. Our product helps spread the message around the world as a symbol, growing together.
I knew something was wrong with my body.
Hi, my name is Kelli Bryant, and I am the face of a type 2 diabetic. I am also the author of a book series called Numbers that is available on Amazon. The series is about how I used a low-carb diet lifestyle change to get my numbers in non-diabetic range. I am living proof that it is possible to go from a 16.6 A1C to a 5.2. So let's kick type 2 diabetes, one number at a time.
Nothing excites me more than to see children read the books that I illustrated and helped bring to life. You know, it's the process from start to finish, and you know, at the finish line you see the children smiling and excited and sharing the stories with other children, you know, an image or a book that they read. Another thing that gives me joy is working with new and upcoming writers, people who have all these stories that they want to tell and, you know, things that they want to share with the world, you know, just like, you know, me wanting to express myself as an artist and, you know, share my expressions. You know, people are doing the same thing with their stories, and to help, I feel like I'm helping making their dream come true.
God hates divorce, But unfortunately, some of us have gone through this traumatic experience. Hi, I'm Dr. Renee Andrews, and I'm here to offer you some solutions if you have gone through a divorce, a painful breakup, or having any relationship issues. Please get a copy of my book today, God Has a Plan for You, Life After Divorce, at godhasaplanforyou.org. Thank you.
Hi, this is Terry Cummings, formerly of the NBA, retired after 18 years, 18 seasons in the league. Just been chilling, working hard, though I think you work harder when you retire, but nevertheless running companies, pastoring 14 years, CEO over a hybrid of a television station of cable and streaming, and finally pushing toward the bid for the Hall of Fame. Level up and join us.
You are listening to Level Up with Bob Barrett-Wall from Enter the Diamond.
Hey, this is Rodney Damon Collins, inviting you to level up.
Hey, this is Shay Barnes with Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur. Let's level up. Tune in every Sunday.
Hi, this is Pat Nash, your dream coach. Want to take your dreams to the next level? Then listen to Level Up each and every Sunday. I am.
And welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the Bead. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, everyone who is watching us on Facebook, you guys can head on over to The Real Level Up. That's The Real Level Up on YouTube. We are also watching all of your questions and comments right there on YouTube as well. But do us one more favor. I want everyone who is watching us on Facebook, be sure you are getting your seat over there on YouTube, because soon we'll be going exclusively on YouTube, and we don't want you to miss another live show. All right, we're going to get right back into our talk with Miss Kelli Bryant, who is the author of Numbers. Mr. Scribe, you keep putting up a finger. What's going on? Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I have a question from one of our viewers, and I wanted to it kind of ties into what Kelli was talking about.
Oh, yeah. You want to go ahead and read the question?
Yeah, the question is from Rena Brown. You know who Rena is, Angee.
Hey, Rena.
She asked, does your book include pre-prep meals, meaning it takes just a little time to prepare for eating?
I'm sorry, you went in and out, Nolan.
No, I'll give it to you again. Does your book include quick prep meals, meaning it takes just a little time to prepare?
Basically, that's all of them.
Yeah, that's a great answer to our question.
Yeah, basically all of the, and I don't want to say that I have a cookbook or two cookbooks. I want to say that they are recipe idea books, because these recipes are meant to give you an idea where you can actually take this same as using it as a baseline and incorporating your own spin on it. For instance, one of my favorite meals, and I was so bummed that I could no longer have fried rice. I had fried rice every Saturday. I went and got a container of fried rice every Saturday before I went to my part-time job. So one of the samples that I bought to the station that first time was cauliflower fried rice. And I mean, Nolan, Angee, and Martina and Will, they tasted it and they were like, okay, I don't taste the difference. That is the point of Numbers. The point of Numbers is basically giving you recipe ideas for some of the famous dishes that are known to be high in carb, but preparing them in a lower carb manner so it's more healthy for a type 2 diabetic to consume.
And that's what if you guys get nothing else out of this show, This is one of these shows that I'm telling you, we are dealing with, our diets, period. This pandemic, I'm going to tell you something. I'll give a little bit about my story because, like I said, we're not interviewing Kelli, we're having a conversation. So even with my story, this pandemic has literally, had me take a look at a lot of things that I needed to change up. And one is my diet. Now, what they're trying to, crack me about when Kelli first got on our show, she said the most taboo thing that I ever heard in my life. Angee, you cannot have potato French fries. I said, what? That is, if there's nothing else, I've cut out everything else except them dollar French fries. That is the one thing that I'm having. Okay, I'm gonna liken it to this, Kelli, because my husband told me this was the hardest thing that he had. The habit that he had the hardest to kick was cigarettes. It's just that bad. That's how much I love French fries, y'all. And my good friend is Kelli Bryant.
But you know what?
Well, Kelly, you can only have two.
Two.
Well, I mean, no, on the real, Kelli, because I know we had talked about this when you were there. You were like, you know what, Angee, just substitute that for sweet potato fries. I'm trying, Kelli. It ain't the same, but I'm trying. I'm trying.
And it's not. It's not. I will tell you, sweet potato French fries are not the same. And I go back and forth with the sweet potato French fries because I don't like sweet potato French fries. I like sweet potatoes in a pie.
Wow. Well, okay. So this is one thing that I really want our audience to understand. What Kelli is going to, help you guys to realize is that this is about a lifestyle change. And what I like, what you and I continue to talk about, Kelli, is like, you know what? Do one food at a time, because I cut out whole food fat milk. I'm on to almond milk. I changed that out. I've always changed out from white bread to wheat bread, but I think you had some information for us about even the wheat bread. Did you want to talk about that right now, Kelli?
So,
About the bread.
Whether it's white or wheat, it still has carbs. So, they say that, the wheat version is better, but it still has carbs. And not only that, mine was so severe. My A1C was severely over.
Okay.
And so it was a lifestyle change that I made according to what I was going through.
Right.
You don't have to cut out everything, but you do have to learn how to compromise. You have to know how to, portion. Okay, well, if I'm going to have for Thanksgiving, for instance, we all know that, you're going to have mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, dressing, but then we're also going to have dessert.
Right.
So what I can say, just give an example for Thanksgiving, that you can substitute the mashed potatoes for mashed cauliflower. You can also substitute macaroni and cheese for like broccoli in that same cheese sauce. Today I'm actually going to be doing a demonstration, and this is actually new. I've never cooked with these konjac noodles before, but these are, I'm going to put it up to the camera.
Okay.
These are shaped in the shape of macaroni. They're not really the shape of macaroni. They're kind of longer. So what I've been doing while we were on the break, I've been kind of like cutting them up a little bit.
Okay.
But it's all about compromise. So if I want to have some of that sweet potato pie or that banana pudding, okay, well, I'm not going to eat the macaroni and cheese and the dressing. I'm going to eat the meat, the collard greens, the mashed cauliflower, and then I can eat some dessert.
Got you.
But if you choose to eat the other stuff, then cut out the dessert.
The dessert.
But see, that's where we get ourselves in trouble.
Wow. It's that portion size. What here's Mary. She's got a comment actually. Mary Goolsby says, I deal with this. I have a daughter who has food sensitivity and I have to be careful what she eats. Diabetic is and she's be careful what she eats. She's diabetic and is on dialysis. She wants to also thank you for this book, Kelly. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
And you know what? Somebody also made and she was saying how she was trying to advocate for whatever, according to her. This is not something that I actually researched, but I think I did look this up on the internet. I think some of the solution that they use during the dialysis process has the tendency to raise your blood sugar too. So, my heart goes out to the young lady and her daughter, because that's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. Because once you get to that point, it's very hard to go back. And some people never go back after the point of getting on dialysis. And this is why eating to your health is so important. That piece of pie is not that important. Those mashed potatoes are not that important. That macaroni and cheese is not that important. What's important is you and your health. And if it's those things that are making you sick, then try to find other things that are just as good and that satisfy that craving, that, are basically going to keep you in line with your health. And basically that's what Numbers is about.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Kelly, before we went to our next break, I want you to give information because people want to find your book now. But having your book, volume 1 and 2 out now is giving some people hope. Because I know my mom has been dealing with diabetes for a long time, and I have a sister that's on, and she's dealing with it as well. But it's having something. You are actually giving them a solution to what they can do for changing up that diet. And even if you're not even a diabetic, listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's just get serious about our health, like right now. As I was saying before, we got into another subject, what the pandemic had done for me was getting serious about everything: my diet, my sleep, my exercise. I mean, all of that I had to really get serious to change. So before we go to our break again, Kelly, can you tell them where they can find your book? So just in case they can't find it or over this break, they can type in, okay, I haven't found it yet. Where can I get it?
So I'm going to give you guys a very, very easy tunnel. Go to numbersthechronicles.com. Again, that's numbersthechronicles.com. That is my website. My website is actually about to go over a huge overhaul. But on my website, I have affiliate links to both the paperbacks and the digital copies of each book. But they're both sold on Amazon.
Okay, so they can also find it on Amazon as well. And let us remind you, because Mr. Scribe is an author as well on Amazon. When you guys purchase these items, their books on Amazon, please leave a review. Because I guess, Mr. Scribe, that's how you guys are ranked up higher and lower. Can you explain that as well?
Yeah, that Amazon has an algorithm that as you get reviews in a particular genre, it'll move your booking rank up in the ranks. And the thing is, as a person that's trying to share information and took the time to write a book, is not easy. The process of writing it, to pull everything together and all the different processes. Leaving a review, especially if you enjoyed the book and it actually did something for you, then my feeling is that I want to share that information like we're doing here on Level Up. You want to tell people about it. You want people to tune in. If you read Kelly's book and it does something positive in your life, or it dramatically changed something, why not go on Amazon and say, what the book did in a positive light? Because that's how we as artists move forward and get more creative and get more innovative, is by when people respond and give us feedback on what we're doing.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Scribe. Well, we got a couple more minutes. Kelly, can you just kind of get us set up with what you're doing there? Because I guess you're going to be sharing one recipe. Just give us a couple minutes on what we're going to be looking and watching you do on the next segment.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Kelly, just let us know what you're going to be doing, and I'll pay for an Uber so you can just put it in the car and have them send it to my house.
You know what, some people, they just beg all the time. Go ahead, Kelly.
So basically, this is something, again, these are new. I'm trying this for the first time on air today. But these are the answer to macaroni and cheese for a diabetic. These konjac noodles are like wonder noodles. They're not noodles at all. They're made from a konjac plant. They have, this package has 6 carbs. 6 carbs, and that's absolutely awesome. So what I am doing here is that they're translucent, and yes, they look a little different than what you guys are used to, but they mimic noodles very well. So they have different shapes. This is fettuccine. This is spaghetti shaped. One of the things I will say is that if you're looking for these to taste just like pasta, you're going to be disappointed. The idea of this is just to have a dish that mimics exactly what you want. And this is going to mimic macaroni and cheese very well, because what makes macaroni and cheese is actually the cheese sauce. So what I'm doing to basically kind of take the rubbery texture out of this is I am going to saute these for just a couple of minutes, and then we're going to put them in a baking dish, and I'm going to put my cheese sauce over them and throw them in the oven. I've got the oven already preheated at 350, and so this is what we're doing today. Again, and I've read some of the reviews of these noodles. A whole lot of people complained, oh, they're rubbery and they mimic squid. Well, you have to prepare them a certain way, because if you don't, they are going to be really rubbery. So this is what we're doing to kind of remove some of the moisture out. We are actually sauteing them in some extra virgin olive oil. And again, we're just going to saute them for a couple of minutes, and then I have my dish that we're going to transfer them over to, and then my cheese sauce. Do we have any questions so far on this?
Not yet. Well, we'll take those questions on the other side of the break. So we're going to give you guys an opportunity to come up with your questions and even comments that you have for Kelly. What I want you guys to do is pay attention to those breaks as well. We want to support the local artists, the local independent artists, and our local businesses. So what we are doing, the new thing that we are doing here at Level Up, in the comment section on Facebook for right now, because we don't have it set up yet for YouTube, I want you guys to pay attention to the names that we are putting in there. That way you guys can just hit those names and check them out and support your independent artists and your local businesses. These are the ones that are supporting us here at Level Up. So we want you guys to do the same thing, because guess what? They help us keep us on the air and keep us going. So with all that said, you guys, please check them out, support them, and we can keep this ball rolling. All right. Well, listen, we're going to go ahead and take our break. When we come back, we will be watching and get your pencil and pens ready, because she's going to tell you guys how you can prepare a macaroni and cheese dish that any diabetic can eat. You're listening and watching Level Up Real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
Raising beards is a calling. You don't see too many images of black fatherhood portrayed in the media, but I know for a fact on the ground level, it's a lot of brothers who beat all odds and get the job done daily. The job is passing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to the next generation, despite the role you may play in the lives of the youth. I hear a lot of brothers say, well, what if I don't have a beard? It works from skin too, and the strength of a beard is manhood. What if I don't have a baby? Part of our purpose on earth is to keep the kids safe, no matter the relationship. At least that's what I thought. Our product helps spread the message around the world as a symbol of growing together.
Unveiled Treasures Bookstore. We offer a variety of items. Church supplies, homeschool resources, music, books, and gifts. Our free ministry partners online affiliate program provides a collection of Christian resources. Unveiled Treasures, exquisite jewels to enrich your soul.
12 Steps to Survive, Thrive, and Boss Up After a Breakup is my 8-week signature coaching program designed to reset your mind, body, and spirit. Hi, my name is Shantae Proctor, the Breakup Coach. I am an author, speaker, and certified life coach. I wrote my new book and developed my coaching program after I healed from toxic relationships and narcissistic abuse. I help amazing women and a few good men survive, thrive, and boss up after a breakup. The next program launches Tuesday, September the 28th. Contact me at coachshantaeproctor@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook at Shantae Proctor and Instagram at Shantae Proctor Life Coach. You can also DM me if you are experiencing challenges, fears, or frustrations due to your breakup.
Get ready for an amazing memory that can last a lifetime. Am Media Production Services provides professional photos, videos, and editing for various occasions. We're a mobile studio that can come to you wherever you are. With no overhead fees, the cost of producing professional photos and videos are at a minimum. Backed by more than 30 years of experience, our work speaks for itself. Call us today for an appointment or visit our website.
They said it was wrong to promote me, that I wasn't ready, that I would fail.
Those who have betrayed me must pay.
You're the first black agent. Don't be the last.
Revenge is all I have left.
The CIA cannot get involved, so you're on your own.
Aren't we all?
I'm a man who gets what he wants.
Just get me the money. You have 24 hours.
This is George Vincent of Heavenly Deposit and Enter the Diamond. Check out Level Up each and every Sunday. Keep it locked right here.
This is Minister April Leland, the spiritual soldier, your master motivator, your inspirational innovator. I want you to level up with me and Angee from the B every Sunday.
Hey, this is Shantae, the Breakup Coach. Level up with me and Angee from the B.
Hi, this is Terry Cummings, 18-year veteran of the NBA. Keep it locked right here as we level up, giving a voice to the unvoiced with real talk that takes you higher. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
And welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk to Take You Higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us beautiful Sunday afternoon. Yes, ordinary people with extraordinary stories. Now, let me tell you something. We can't get no ordinary than Kelly, okay? Look, let me tell you something. This is my girl. I'm trying to tell you guys, this is my girl. Even, when we first met, Kelly Doc Bennett, it seems like I've been knowing you for years. We've only known each other for 3 years, maybe 4 years, Kelly?
We met in 2018, like late 2018.
It's been forever though. But it's only because, Kelly, I'm just so thankful that you have, given your life purpose to this right here because it's so prevalent in our society today. So I just want to thank you once again, girl, because even in my own family, I mean, there are a number of folks in my own family that's suffering with this disease, and we just got to find ways to do better. And like I said, you have given hope to some people that thought this was a hopeless cause. And then there are some people that have diabetes. They're just like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy life. I'm going to eat what I want to eat. And we can't continue to do that. We've got to do better and get better. So with all that said, Kelly, I want you to, just kind of walk us through your macaroni and cheese so we so we can make sure that we are going to do
Angee,
better even during Thanksgiving. What's up?
yeah, just basically, somebody again, one of our audience members, Rena, was asking Kelly where she purchased the noodles. Can you get them from Whole Foods?
You know what? You probably can, but I got these off of Amazon. And I know that
Okay.
a lot of things that you order from Amazon actually does come from Whole Foods. But yes, there's different brands of the konjac noodles, and I will tell you some of the noodles that you buy, like the ones that are already in the store, be careful because they might have like a earthly smell and it might turn you off. But I will attest to these konjac noodles, the ones that I have sitting out in front of me, they don't have a smell at all.
Okay.
You just, the way you prepare these, just to give you just a little quick summary of what I did, because some of the things I've done before we even started broadcasting. What you're going to do, these noodles come in a fluid. So you have to drain the fluid off of the noodles and then you rinse them off real good. And the trick to these is that you have to kind of get more of the moisture off of them for them to be a little less rubbery. So what I did to these before we even started, I got me a paper towel. I put them on a paper towel, put a little salt on them to kind of draw some of the moisture out. And then I sauteed them in some extra virgin olive oil just to basically get more of the moisture out. And so while we were on the break, I went ahead and I transferred the konjac noodles into my dish here, put my cheese sauce in the dish over the noodles, and let me go ahead and show this to you before I place it in the oven. This is what it looks like. And so I'm just going to place this in the oven so the cheese that I put on the top can actually kind of melt and brown a little bit. And then I'm just going to plate it for you. So, I mean, it's, again, very easy. The most time that I spent was doing the cheese sauce. Unfortunately, the cheese sauce does have flour in it just to thicken it. But, I mean, you have a big dish and just a little bit of flour. Again, it's all about compromise because these noodles are not made out of flour, and they're not high in carbs. So that's your give and take for using this recipe to, make macaroni and cheese. One other thing about the konjac noodles is that You cannot prepare them and freeze them. You actually have to basically consume them 24 hours after you've prepared them. So they come in a nice portion size where that's possible. Another thing that I did want to talk about when it comes to numbers, numbers give step-by-step instruction on the recipes. All of them are very, very simple. And then I also have inspirational pages for those who need to be inspired by anything. I have 4 inspirational pages in each book. But, you know, again, numbers is all about eating my favorite dishes in a low carb way, and I have done it deliciously since 2015.
You know what? Let me
Yeah,
say
Kelly.
something about that, Kelly, because you know, I'm an emotional eater. You know, so there it's great that you have, and like you said, you're not calling it a cookbook.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that. Stop calling it a cookbook, Angee. It is a recipe book, but it also is a baseline for all of you guys who are looking to do something different and even a healthier choice, especially those who are diabetic. I want to venture out to say, Kelly, that this is a recipe book. This is a guideline to those who really want to do better at eating, get better at eating. Because, look, our diet, our American diet is so full of sugar, it is unreal. When I heard that McDonald's was putting sugar in their salads, oh my God. Then on top of that, the sugar content that's even on our salad dressing,
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I worked on. Trying to eat a salad with hardly any salad dressing on it or none at all. Those are just like the little minor things, the changes that I'm doing in my diet, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure that I am, getting a whole lot better with my choices and keeping myself healthy. I am pre-diabetic myself, so that's a lot of the reasons why I'm doing the best I can. Now I hadn't cut out those French fries yet. Sorry, y'all. I hadn't.
Angee, also
And
too, we had a guest ask Kelly, are the ingredients for the mac and cheese for the noodles, is it more expensive to make? In other words, if you was gonna make regular mac and cheese with regular ingredients, how does that price compare to? I know it's healthier, so a lot of times money should really be no object when you're trying to eat healthy. But Mary Goolsby was asking the noodles because it is a concern for our community spending, everything, all the price of food's going up right now. So again, how is those priced? Are they like moderately priced or they're a little bit more expensive?
So, a box of macaroni elbows, you're talking like a big box, depending on the brand, is going to run you between 99 cents and $2. But a pack of these konjac noodles are going to run you $2.50 to $3, just one pack. But if you buy the konjac noodles, the skinny pasta from Amazon, you get 6 of these in the box, and the box is like $20.99 or something like that. But there's 6 pouches. Again, eating different. It's not always more expensive per se, but if you're talking about like pastas versus these types of substitutes, it is going to be a little bit more expensive. You can also use zoodles. Now, you can get a zucchini, a green zucchini, and spiral it, or they actually have them already spiraled at the grocery store. And you are going to pay a little bit more versus what, again, a pack of angel hair pasta might be $1.29 But the zoodles that you buy that's already spiraled for you at the grocery store is going to be like $2.99. So there is a slight price difference, but no spike in your blood sugar. So yeah, I mean, basically, and that's the whole thing when it comes to those who, especially those who are type 2 diabetics. Again, type 2 diabetes is totally preventable. Type 2 diabetes can be reversed, because I don't want to say this, but I've actually reversed my diagnosis. I'm
Wow.
in type 2 diabetes range, but because I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic at the doctor's office, I will always be considered a type 2 diabetic. But, I'm no longer in that range, and that's very important, because it's not only your eyesight that is affected by diabetes. It is, okay, so Grace and I, we were on the show in November of 2019, and the doctor described to her how the blood is when it's full of glucose. It's not moving freely throughout your body. It doesn't flow like water. It's like maple syrup. It's very thick. So the blood is not getting to certain areas of your body. When you continue to eat wrong, the blood flow is not getting to those your toes and your fingers. One morning I woke up, this space right here was numb. It was not, so again, I do understand as far as cost efficiency, but you can cut out the pasta altogether and just not have certain things, or you can try to substitute it with something that's just a little bit different. So again, it's just, like ideas that I'm throwing out to make your diabetic experience better, because I'm gonna tell you, I don't miss anything that I was eating before. I enjoy hamburgers. I enjoy pizza because I've learned how to make my own pizza crust. Of course, the fried rice. Those are things that I'm not missing because I learned how to cook them different. The brownies flourish because who doesn't like cake? So this was my answer to, okay, well, if I want something that is cake-like, and I'm not a chocolate eater either, but when I tasted these, I was like, oh my, these are delicious. And so this is what I actually catch everyone's attention with.
Yes.
And they would not know that these are 2 avocados and not that there's no flour in these whatsoever.
Woo! I'm telling you.
And see the thing too with that, which you was talking to Kelly regarding how the blood, and that's why, because my brother also had diabetes. But the thing is, with the not feeling in your limbs, and 9 times out of 10, if you don't change your diet, it ends up a lot of time with amputation.
Yes, amputation. I mean, who wants to walk around?
Yeah, you don't want to have that option.
Who wants to have a heart attack, a stroke? Again, I had early signs of a stroke. I was forgetful. I couldn't sing along with the radio. I knew the words to the songs, but I'm singing them and I'm slurring my words and I'm forgetting. Like, okay, I know the next part of this song. Why can't I sing it? And this is all the way back home.
And you were driving.
Hour drive from Missouri to Georgia, and I had all 3 of my children.
Oh God.
So
yeah, that should get anyone's attention, and that's the other part that we want to stress to all of you guys who are listening and even watching the replay. We've got to take our health seriously, ladies and gentlemen, because it's just it's imperative that we do everything that we can to make those changes. And like she said, it's a lifestyle change. And what we mean by lifestyle change is that lifestyle changes can only stick when you are doing it slow and steady. Do it intentional, and then it will stick. As you heard her say over and over again, she made substitutions and to things that she really, really likes. And so we all can do that, ladies and gentlemen. I hope and pray that this show really gave you guys, the hope of making those lifestyle changes, not continue to do what you've been doing because it's easy, it tastes good, it's whatever it is for you. It's, some of us just got to really make those changes. And hey, listen, as I'm sitting here talking with you guys, I do this with my best friend all the time. Every time her and I look at that, oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, stop, girl. There it is. Stop it. We're not there. But we have these conversations with one another because we hold each other accountable on every aspect of our life. And one thing that we always tell one another, is just continue to make those changes each and every day, each and every moment of the day. And that's why we brought her on this show. I was going to try to have Kelly on in January, but I promise you guys that I was praying about going into the holiday season, especially Thanksgiving. God just kept me to bring Kelly on right now, just so that you guys will have, the hope. You guys have a solution to what you can do in making the best time to make change are during the holiday season. Because if you guys can look at that, oh my gosh, girl, stop. If we can make those changes during the holidays, guess what? Those are the best times that your changes stick, because you made it through the hard times, the times that where you being tempted the most is during the holidays, and you're sitting there with your family. They're sitting there eating that sweet potato pie right in front of your face. So Kelly, look, we have another 5 minutes. I definitely, can you give us the information where they can find your book? Can you do that one more time?
Yes. So my books are actually sold on Amazon. They come in both an ebook or paperback. And Amazon has actually introduced hardback copies too. So I'm going to have to look into that. But you can you can actually do a search, numbers, and then Kelly Bryant. However, if you have a hard time finding it on Amazon, you can easily go through my website, which is numbersthechronicles.com. Again, it's numbersthechronicles.com. On my website, I have like a blog. I also have 2 videos that were uploaded from previous demonstrations that I've done during Facebook Live. And I have affiliate links to both books, both the ebook and the paperbacks.
Nice. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we can't get any more, more information than that as far as, lifestyle change, eating differently, eating to live is one of the things that came to my mind, Kelly, as you were sitting there talking and giving us your testimony, and then giving us the solution to what we can do to, do it better. Do it better, you guys. If you guys survive through this during Thanksgiving and Christmas, and making those lifestyle changes during these times, you guys can definitely look. Don't even worry about making a New Year's resolution. You already done it for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Let's try it. And I'm saying let's because that's including me. Whoo boy, that's hard for me. All right, Mrs. Scribe. Well, listen, you guys, we're going to bid you guys farewell. Thank you for joining us here on Level Up for another amazing show. Of course, we will have a few more live shows for the rest of the school year. I mean, rest of this calendar year. We're going to put out all that information and also let you guys know when when me and Mr. Scribe are going to take our break so that we can be with our family. Family first. Look at those brownies. Look at those brownies. Oh my gosh.
That's
This
why
is
I need a break, Angie. That's why I need you to let us know, let our audience know, and let me know when I need a break so I can contact Miss Bryant and make arrangements to pick up my holiday meals. I'm picking up one for Thanksgiving, and then I'm going to come back and piggyback off of that and get one for Christmas as well. So be prepared, Miss Kelly. I buy the ingredients, send them, get them to you, and then I can just come by or whatever. We can meet, and I can pick up all the good food and stuff, the desserts and the main course.
That's terrible. That's just terrible. I tell you, begging men, a begging man.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. My mother told me all the time, if you don't ask, you won't get it. So I'm asking. So if I'm asking, all she can do is tell me no. All she can do is say, I can't do it.
What can you say? Well, listen, Kelly, is there any parting words you have for our viewing and listening audience?
Yes. Basically, it is a lifestyle change. So go into this whole lifestyle change as if it were your cell phone. We go nowhere without our mobile phones. And basically that's what it is. You only have one body. And you just don't want to wait until it's too late, until after you've had that stroke or after you've had that heart attack or, after you've lost your sight for good, because, I could have lost my sight for good if I hadn't changed my diet. So, let's just do better, because we are actually setting the pace for our family, period. Family is, they're looking at us. I have 3 boys. They're looking at me. I was 42 at the time. I could have checked out early. So, let's just make it a point to be healthy and basically, allow us to be around so our family members can enjoy us and we get to continue to make those beautiful memories.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well put, Kelly. Thank you once again for coming on, and thank you for accepting the invitation at the last minute. We were scheduling to have her on in January, which we will bring her back, you guys, because I'm sure you guys are going to make those resolutions. We'll have her back so that she can give you guys more recipes and, inspire you to continue to do well, eat well, live well.
And we need to have her back to make sure if it's part of next year, so we can check on how many French fries you have from now till the next time she comes on, because we're going to be keeping count of how many. And be truthful, Angie. If you have more than 2, let her know.
I had more than 2 last night. How about that? Okay, anyway. Listen, you guys, we will be back next week, same time, same bat channel, right here on The Real Level Up, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific, and check it out all over the rest of the world, you guys. We do broadcast live each and every Sunday, unless otherwise being told, because we're with our families. I want you guys to check us out on YouTube as well. If you're on Facebook, check us out on YouTube as well. We will be coming up with some brand new content, you guys, that we're only going to have exclusively on YouTube. So I want to make sure that you guys are tuned in there as well. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll see you next week. Love you, mean it. Take care.
you, babe. Chills are running up my spine, make me wanna run and hide. People say that you go. If only everyone could know. If they could understand my need, they would want you bad as me. Never had a love like yours before. Want you more. Never had love. How I need you. How I need you. Can't get enough of your love, babe. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? 'Cause I'm needing you. Show me that you do. Can't get enough of your love, baby. Favorite girl, why do I deserve your love? And why do I deserve your trust? I got you loving me for me, with all my flaws and everything. I can't explain the joy you bring. I need you in my life. Ooh, you make me wanna be a better version of me. With the things you say and the things you do, and you make me feel so real and so brand new. How I love you, babe, how I do. Love like yours, never had a love. I need you, how I need you. Can't get enough of you. I can't get enough. Feel it too. Do you feel it? 'Cause I'm needing you. Oh yeah, you can't get enough of your love, baby. Ooh, you make me wanna be a better version of me. With the things you say and the things you do, and you make me feel so real and so brand new. How I love you, babe, how I do. You make me wanna be a better version of me. With the things you say and the things you do, and you make me feel so real and so new. Love like yours, I never had a your love of your love. I can't get enough. Your love, babe. Your love, babe. Your love. You can't get enough of your love, babe. I can't get enough. Oh, 'cause you make me feel so
fall, but if I did, nothing could break me. Don't let fear
just where you wanna go. Know in your heart you're the right. Whatever is ahead of you, there is something that you should know. You're in for such a beautiful ride, and so I believe, oh I believe, I believe.
Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you tried, things just still go wrong?
Many times.
What do?
I let go and let God.
All I'm asking from you is to bump up our credit limit to where it was.
It's declined.
We're experiencing some financial hardships at the moment.
You have 6 days to make payment.
I can't believe this is happening.
You know, I never asked you to pray with me.
It's you and me. We got this. God wants to help you, Peter.
Excuse me?
But you're not letting him in.
I did once. Last time we spoke, you took a man away from me I loved dearly. From that day, I swore to take matters into my own hands. I don't know what to do.
I know that you don't believe, but I will pray for you.
I love you so much.
Capimo.
It's a miracle. You believe in miracles?
Listen, if you need me, you call me.
All of the angels in heaven are rejoicing. You gotta know that everything is gonna be okay.
What you want, baby, I got what you need. You know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you come home, darling, I'm every woman. It's all in me. I can read your thoughts right now. If you want from A to Z.
Sluggish, bloated, overweight? You could be toxic from your environment, food, and medications. It's time for a clean start. Come by or book online today.
Hey guys, Vibe with Mr. Scribe on Level Up.
It's your girl, Dr. Monique Frazier, owner of Prestige Decor and More. Let's level up on Sundays. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Hey, this is Dr. Crystal of Kaleidoscope Counseling Center. Level up with me and Angee from the B. Every Sunday.
Hey, this is George Vincent of Heavenly Deposit and Enter the Diamond. Real talk that takes you higher. Level up. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.